Dear English postgraduates, greetings to all of you. Welcome to the platform of Fluency School of English to get ready for the race of PGTRB English examination. Fluency School of English is a wonderful diving platform for you to swim across the race, the PGTRB English examination. In this program, you are going to view an introduction to the Prologue to the Canterbury Tales. Almost all important points have been presented here. Hope you will enjoy the travel with me. Be with me until the last. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also don't fail to send your feedback. Thank you. Best wishes. An introduction to the prologue to the Canterbury Tales. Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales. 32 characters make the trip to Canterbury. 29 of these are mentioned in the line 24 of the general prologue. The narrator joins this group, making 30. The host Harry Bailey makes 31. Canon Yeoman, who joins the group later, makes 32. They agree to engage in a storytelling contest as they travel. Harry Bailey, host of the Tabard Inn, serves the master of ceremonies for the contest. Chaucer begins the description of the awakening spring in the feeling associated with. These following lines are the Middle English. The modern English it reads as, when April with his shower sweet with fruit, the drought of March has pierced unto the root, and bash each vein with liquor that has power to generate there in the cell of flower. What's the prologue? A piece of writing or a speech that introduces a play or a poem. What does Geoffrey Chaucer's prologue introduce? The Canterbury Tales. What does the Canterbury Tales mean? The tales, those were told by the pilgrims to the Canterbury. Why do the pilgrims journey to Canterbury? To visit the St. Thomas Becket of Canterbury. Why do the pilgrims journey to Canterbury? To visit the shrine of St. Thomas Becket of Canterbury. Who was St. Thomas Becket? Thomas Becket was the Archbishop of Canterbury Cathedral. King Henry II ordered the murder of Archbishop because the fight between the two over the rights and privileges of the church. Thomas Becket became a Christian martyr. When was Thomas Becket murdered? On December 29, 1170. Where is Canterbury? At a 60-mile expedition to the southeastern county of Kent. How are the pilgrims related to the Canterbury Tales? The stories told by the pilgrims during the onward journey to Canterbury, hence the name Canterbury Tales. How many pilgrims make the trip? 32 pilgrims make the trip to Canterbury. 29 of these are mentioned in the line 24 of the general prologue. The narrator Chaucer joins this group, making 30. The host Harry Bailey makes 31. The Canon Yeoman, who joins the group later, makes 32. They agree to engage in a storytelling contest as they travel. Harry Bailey, the host of the Tabard Inn, serves as the master of ceremonies for the contest. How many lines are there in the prologue? 858 lines. By whom is the storytelling game proposed? The host at the Tabard Inn, Harry Bailey, suggests that to make the trip to Canterbury pass more pleasantly, each member of the party tell 2 tales on the journey to Canterbury and 2 more tales on the journey back. Tabard Inn is the soundtrack of suburb of London. How many stories are in the Canterbury Tales? The Canterbury Tales is a collection of 24 stories that runs over 17,000 lines, written in Middle English by Geoffrey Chaucer between 1387 and 1400. We hear tales only on the way to Canterbury. How many stories did Chaucer pose? Over 100 stories. What is Chaucer's motive of the prologue? To portray all the levels of the class structure of society of medieval English life, the 3 estates. The class structures are called the 3 estates. How does the poet establish his purpose? The poet has selected characters from the various classes of contemporary society. They are both types and individuals. They project us the living, believable characters. How does Chaucer present the order of the social status, the 3 estates? Chaucer presents a procession of pilgrims in a hierarchical order. The order is based on the occupation, which make the 3 main orders of the 3 estates, and many strata in each of them. Thus, the social strata are delineated. Because of Chaucer's Canterbury Tale is sometimes called an estate satire, meaning that it satirizes the 3 estates or socio-political groups in England and other European countries at a time which he was writing. Chaucer and his language. What language does Chaucer use to describe the prologue to the Canterbury Tales? Chaucer sets down his tales in Middle English, the language of English commoners used between approximately the 12th and the 15th century. After Old English and before early modern English, the Middle English served as the language of the people. Chaucer chooses to use the common dialect instead of the French that was spoken in the court or the Latin that used in church. Genre. What kind of literature is the prologue to the Canterbury Tales? In the study of literatures, the estate satire is a genre in which the author describes, examines, and explains the workings of the social order and offers the criticism or humor of the system. The estate satire provides important documentation in explaining how medieval life made sense. The estate satire provides important documentation in explaining how medieval life made sense of and coped with the regimented class system and all the rules that went along with it. The 3 estates: aristocracy, the clergy, the merchant and the skilled tradesmen, the workers, farmers and peasants bring up the last one. Upper estate with 3 lower orders. First are the representative of the highest social rank with most important and powerful position like the knights and his household, including the squire. The second group in this class includes the prioress, the monk, and the friar, who ought to be the lower class, but by fraudulence became nearer to the company of the nobles. The third group in this class is pilgrims whose high social rank is mainly derived from commercial wealth. In the same, merchant who illegally made much of his money from selling French coins, a practice that was forbidden in England at the time. And in the same, the sergeant of law who made his fortune by using his knowledge as a lawyer to buy up foreclosed property for practically nothing. And in the same way, the clerk, because of his gentle manners and extensive knowledge of books, and in the same way, the franklin, who made enough money to become a country gentleman and is in a position to push for a noble station. Women are in the lowest position at the bottom. Middle estate with three lower orders. In this class of pilgrims are the grismen, consisting of men who belong to craftsmen guilds. The haberdasher, a merchant who sells men's clothing and other small things. The dyer, the carpenter, the weaver, and the tapestry maker. None of them tell a tale. The next lower position of social rank. Of them, the first presented in this group is the cook, who we might consider out of place, ranked too high, but who, as the master of his trade, is greatly respected by his fellow travelers. Also included in this social class is the shipman, because of his immense knowledge and travels throughout the world. And the physician, a doctor of medicine. The wife of Bass, who is the last of this group to be presented, included in this group because of her knowledge. Virtuous poor or lower estate with two lower orders. The person and the plowman comprise the next group of pilgrims. The virtuous poor or lower class. Each, although very poor, represents all of the Christian virtues. Virtuous poor or lower estate with two lower orders. The parson and the plowman comprise the next group of pilgrims. They are the virtuous poor or lower class. Each, although very poor, represents all of the Christian virtues. The last group of pilgrims includes those of the immoral lower class. The municipal, who profits from buying food for the liars in the inns of court. The vulgar miller, who steals from his customers. The reeve tells dirty stories to cheat his trusting young master. Last and most corrupt in this litany of undesirable is the pardoner, who sells false pardons and fakes releases. That's all, dears. Thank you. We shall meet in the next video, which will display the characters. Best wishes.